Hello guys, it is Brittany here and welcome back to my Color Guard YouTube channel. If you're watching this video, I'm going to assume you want to learn more about this fabulous piece of equipment right here. If that is the case, keep watching. Little disclaimer, if you do not know the skills that come before this video, aka knowing how to catch a rifle at different angles, which I put in a different video, how to do singles, also in a different video I've done so far, please look at that first because this video in particular will combine both of those skills together into an exercise to make your body, your catching angles, and your dips and your catches more consistent. So if you don't already have the basic skills, make sure you cover that first. We've done that already, good on you. Now let's go learn how to do a singles exercise. So first things first, we're going to start at a left flat in a first position. Can't see my feet at the moment, I promise you will. But I'm in a first position at a left flat. This exercise is practicing singles with a dip, so that way you can also do this exercise with other tosses in your ladder, aka all the way from singles up to sevens if you wanted to. So in this case we're going to start at a left flat. So we're going to go 5, 6, 7, dipping on 8, nice tight crossbody angle. We're going to push and catch it right flat. Okay, now we're going to, that was 5, 6, 7, dip 8, 1 catch 2, squeeze 3, dip 4, or we have to squeeze so we can re-engage our muscles to go back the other direction. I'm going to stay in first position. There you go, 5 and 6, hold 7, dipping on 8. Now from here we're going to go into our port angle, so that'll be 1 catch 2. But when I catch right on 2, I'm going to snap into a forced arch, which I'll show you right now. So what a forced arch is, it's when you're bending both of your legs. Whatever heel is the one that's being a forced arch, you lift it all the way off the ground as high as you possibly can. So your goal is to not have any part of your heel or the arch of your foot on the ground, just kind of like your toes pressed into the ground. Your other leg is nice and bent, kind of like a lunge per se. So we'll be in that position here the second I catch here. Then I'm going to hold this position, 3, go to a second on 4, going back to my right dip. Then I'm going to go this other way to my left port, and then the second I catch my left port, I'm going to go into a forced arch. This time my right foot is the one that's arched. On this side, it's my left foot that is arched. In this case, I'm going to hold, and then I'm going to dip on 8, of course. Now we're going to go into our true port, and we're going to go into a relevé with both of my legs together. So let me show you that right now. So when you go into a relevé position, that means both of your heels are once again off the ground, but this time we're doing it from a first position turned out, so that way it's not your legs spread apart or bent. They're rather quite the opposite. They are straight and not at all bent, and you're lifting, so you're only on your toes in a first position. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to flip back the other way. So I caught it here, a nice high relevé. So in case you need to know, for my forced arch, I pulled into a second, then my legs went left to right. So from here, left to right. Currently in a relevé, then I'm going to step out with my left leg, feet, such. Then I'm going to pull in to a relevé, and I'm going to pull right leg in because I'm bringing my rifle in on my right side. So I'll show you that right now. Now that we've caught our true port, we are in a nice high relevé, straight legs. I'm going to step back out into a second position so I can do my next angle, which is my dip on my right side. So from here, I'm going to push. Remember, we need a little bit more to catch at a dip angle. Now with this, I'm going to look down my rifle to help kind of balance myself because I'm going to have to do a passe with my left leg, and I'll show you passe from distance so you can make sure you see the whole picture. Basically, a passe means your toe is at your knee. In this case, it is my left toe or foot at my right knee, and it's making a nice little triangle position, nice and high on my body, and my knee is pushed away from me or turned out. So I'll show you that right now with the rifle. Position, like I said, it's important that we have that kind of lean over when we're staring at a rifle so we can keep all of our balance on our right leg, because our goal is to have no weight on our left leg, so it can be a nice, high, beautiful, turned out passe. So now we're going to move on to the other side. So if we came from here, I'm going to hold for a count, so that's why it's important to have our balance, hold, step into a second. We're already at a dip, so we're not going to go flat and re-dip. You're just going to squeeze and have to re-engage. So then we're going to go from here back into the other side. I'll show you that now. From your dip position, you're looking down. Now your right leg is in a nice high passe. Your right foot is next to your left knee. Your left leg is your balanced leg, and we're leaning on our standard dip, looking down to the left. So now we only have 2 more angles to go through, and then we're actually done. So we ended here, and we're going to just pull it into a dip. Remember, we hold the count in that position, then we dip here. Now I'm going to go into a right flat, except I'm going to catch in plie, which will look like this. When we're catching in plie, I catch head down just to add emphasis to the plie. Keep your right foot flat and try to keep it about knee level. Goal is to have a second position about shoulder width, if not slightly wider than that, to catch. So after that, after we caught in our plie position here, we're going to lift up into a second position, lifting the nose into a dip. I'm going to pull my right leg into my left for a turned out first position, and then flip it into a left flat. So once we catch at this right flat and we've pulled in our right foot into a turned out first position, this last toss we're going to dip, and then you're able to toss whatever you are comfortable tossing at the end. Most instructors that do exercises like this, they just do a triple because that's pretty standard and usually something that most weapon lands can achieve as an ensemble. But if you are working on this on your own, and so far the highest you can do is just a single, just add on a single. Do with what you know and never do something you can't with bad technique. That's just coming from an instructor. I'd rather see a kid do a fabulous single or double than try to do a really terrible no technique like quad at the end. Okay, so do whatever you're capable of. If you're trying to push yourself and you are learning a new toss, then go and add it on. But if you don't know the technique of something, don't try it. Okay, so now that I've talked about all that stuff, I'm going to show you guys how to do this exercise all the way through without stopping, and I'll also say the counts so you can learn the counts as well. All right, let's go do that. All right, so quick little interjection with Saber. If you guys also want to know how to kind of do this on Saber, it is the exact same angles. Obviously, we still have flats, ports, true ports, dips, flats, triple at the end, except obviously it is on a Saber. It is going to feel extremely weird when you do it because when we release on the right side, you're releasing on the blade side. But instead of releasing it and catching it like a blade, you're going to release it and catch it like a typical hilt toss, which is very strange. So when you do it, let's say, I'll give you an example, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are an example of the first 2 angles. So if you want to do that, it's the same thing, except the weighting is going to be very strange because remember we release hilts at flat, but we release blades at an angle. So the weighting will take a while to get adjusted to, but once you get that, you can kind of tack on the other ones. So we have our port angles, except tip will be up. Then we have our other port angle, your hilt will be up. Then true port is tip up. Opposite side true port is hilt up. The dip side is tip down. Then other side is hilt down. Last one is just a normal flat. Then we're going to flip it back for one last toss, whatever you want at the very end. Okay, so now that we kind of covered the Saber basically, let's kind of jump back into rifle and figure out how to do this exercise all together. And 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put them in the comment section down below because I always read the comments so I can help you guys just a little bit more. I have a weapon playlist, of course, a flag playlist as well for more basic things, and I'm trying to start up more of like a trick playlist and stuff like that. So if you're looking through my playlist and you see something that you want to learn but I haven't covered yet, also comment that down below and I'll gladly cover it in my next video. If you're looking for more weapon stuff, like I said, more in a playlist on my channel. And that's about all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.